Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today, we're going to be building the Grand Trunk Heritage Unit, which is an SD70 M2, and thanks to Railfan Kyle for requesting that I build this locomotive and making this video possible. So let's get into it. As usual, I'll be building it on the front of the train I already have here. So the first thing we're going to do is take out dark oak stairs to be our coupler. Come down on the front of this locomotive here and attach up your coupler. Then switch to a dark oak fence gate, come underneath and put that there to be an air hose. Then we're going to come on this locomotive here and knock out the fence gate on each side of the coupler. And we're going to switch those to dark oak fence and extend it out by one to be the connected MU cables. Then polish black stone stairs on the next block down, coming across the rails like this, in a row of 3. On the outside edges, upside down stairs facing outwards on each side. Then a polished black stone block goes in the middle, and then 2 upside down forward facing black stone stairs on each side. Put a temporary block on the corner and get smooth quartz stairs and put a row of 3 upside down forward facing, and delete your temporary block. Behind that, we make this T-shaped pattern with polished black stone blocks, and then an end rod above each rail on bottom there. Behind that, we make a 3x5 coming out to each side of the rails here. Now we're going to build our wheels. So 1 block behind that, get a block of netherite on each rail with an end rod in between it to be an axle. Behind that, take out nether brick slabs, and we're going to make a 2x5 on the upper hitbox, coming from end to end across the rails here. Then our next set of wheels, so netherite on each rail with an end rod axle, and then nether brick slabs and another 2x5 on the upper hitbox. Then the next set of wheels, so netherite on each rail, end rod axle. Then we're going to come on top along this edge here with nether brick slabs and go from wheel to wheel sideways like this. Same thing on the other side. Get some nether brick slabs up here and extend it from the front wheel to the back wheel. Then we switch to a grindstone, and we're going to come underneath and hang a grindstone in front of each wheel here, just like this. And the same thing on the other side. Put a grindstone in front of each of the 3 wheels. Now take out a dark oak fence gate, and we're going to put 1 on each of these wheels here and open it into the wheels. Then we switch around on this side, and it can be tricky to place. Put 1 in front of each of these wheels and open them into the wheels. Now we switch back to polished black stone block, and on top of here we fill in this middle 3 coming down to the end of the truck. Come out above these fence gates, and then 1 more row of 3. Then we come underneath here and we do another row of 3 on the bottom. Switch to polished black stone stairs, and we're going to bring this out in a row of 12 blocks. Once you have your row of 12 upside down stairs, come around behind it and put 3 polished black stone block coming across the rails. Then upside down outward facing stairs coming 12 forward to match up on this side. And that'll frame in the fuel tank. Then we switch back to polished black stone block, and we fill in this top middle 3 above the fuel tank here, coming all the way to the back of it. Skip a block behind this, and down on the rails, put a block of netherite on each rail to be the wheels and an end rod axle. Then on the upper hitbox, nether brick slabs and a 2x5 coming across the railroad tracks here. Then the next set of wheels, so netherite on each rail again, end rod axle, and then another 2x5 of nether brick slabs across the upper hitbox. Then the last set of wheels, so netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then we put nether brick slabs sideways going from wheel to wheel across the top here like this. Same thing on the other side. Nether brick slabs coming from wheel to wheel here. Then we switch to a grindstone, and in front of each of the wheels on the outside, we hang an upside down grindstone. Same thing on the other side. upside down grindstone on each of the wheels here. Then we switch to a dark oak fence gate, and we're going to put those on the ends of the wheels and open them into the wheels. And then same thing over here, turn around and put one in front of these wheels and open them into each of these wheels. Now we take out polished black stone block and fill in this top middle 3 down to the end of this truck. And we'll stop above where those fence gates are. In front of this, we take polished black stone blocks here, and we need to make a row of 5 and coming up by 3, going out to each side of the rails here. Then a T-shaped pattern in the middle. Then we put an end rod above each rail. Then switch to polished black stone stairs, 3 coming across the bottom of the rails like that. Then on the sides, upside down and facing outward on each side. On the next layer up, a block in the middle, and then 2 upside down facing forward stairs on each side. On the top middle, 3 forward facing upside down smooth quartz stairs in the middle. Switch to a dark oak stair and get this stacked up to be the coupler on that second block up there. Delete the ones for placement, switch to a dark oak fence gate, put one underneath the coupler like this, and then on each side we put 2 fence gates and open them into the plow. Now we take out a smooth quartz slab, and in between here we put 3 coming up on the bottom hit box of each of the blocks to be the stairs. Same thing here, 3 coming up here, and then we're going to go down and do the other corners. So 3 slabs coming up here, and 1 more corner to go. 3 slabs coming up here. Now we need to decide which way the locomotive's facing. I'm going to have the front facing the void, making this the engineer side here. So we need to go over to the conductor side on this side, take out a bell, and hang it right here in front of the fuel tank. On the side here, switch to polished black stone block and fill in the side of this fuel tank going from end to end on this side of the locomotive. On the other side, we have to build our air tanks. So come on over to the engineer side. On the back, we put 4 anvils coming forward, and then we come back from the front and extend it back, leaving a gap of 1. There's 2 air tanks. And there we put a crimson button. And then a crimson button on this side on that same block. Then switch to a chain. We're going to put a chain in between the front and the truck there and there. 1 here. 1 coming off this truck. 1 up there. 1 there. And 1 in this gap. Now come around on top with a smooth quartz block, and we're going to fill this top middle coming 5 across all the way end to end. Once that's all filled in, we're going to come on the nose of the locomotive here with red concrete. And on this row of black stone, we put a column of 2 here, leave a gap, and then a 2x3. Then a glowstone on the top middle. Then red concrete on each side of that. Then forward facing polished black stone stairs on each side of that. Behind here, we extend out with red concrete, smooth quartz, and red concrete. Same thing, red concrete, smooth quartz, red concrete. There's a little logo there. Fill in the middle with red concrete. And actually I'm not quite liking how that looks, so knock out the top red block and put a sideways black stone stair like that. Same thing over here, knock out that block and put a sideways black stone stair. Now take out black carpet and fill in this top middle 2x3 with black carpet. Switch to light blue concrete on the side here, and we're going to make a column of 3 on each side, then a 2x2 on each side, and then another column of 3 on each side. Fill in those gaps with smooth quartz blocks. On the front, take out black stained glass block, 2 of them, a red concrete in the middle, and another 2 glass. Then black stained glass panes across where the quartz is and blue concrete on the back here. Above that, we put red concrete in the top middle 3 here. Then smooth quartz stairs facing outwards, right side up, across each of the top of the windows here. Smooth quartz blocks fills in the rest of the top of the cab. Then switch to white carpet and fill in this middle 3 on top of the cab with white carpet. Now switch to red concrete, and we're going to come on down to the back of the locomotive. And in the middle, on this black stone, make a column of 5. Kitty corner to that, another column of 5, and same thing on the other side here. Switch to prismarine brick stairs, and on bottom, in front of this red, we're going to make a 3x3 of prismarine brick stairs facing outwards, just like that. Same thing over here. This is going to be a vent that's back there. On top of those, a 2x3 of light blue concrete on each side here. And we can go ahead and fill in that middle coming forward as well. In front of that, we're going to start on the bottom here with light blue concrete, and we're going to start bringing that to the front of the locomotive in a column that's 4 high all the way across. When we get behind the cab here, we leave the top 2 empty for a door. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, a column that's 4 high going all the way to the back of the locomotive. So right now we should be looking something like this. Now we're going to come to the back here with light blue concrete. In front of here, we're going to extend out a row of 5 coming across like this. Then coming off this, we come forward by a total of 4, and then back across in a row of 5 and fill that in. Then another 4, and then come back across a row of 5 and fill that in. So it should look something like that here. Come on top and fill in the middle 3 in each of these 2 squares here with light blue concrete. Then we're going to come on the side underneath it, prismarine brick stairs on the end, then 3 polished blackstone brick, then prismarine brick, another 3 blackstone, and prismarine brick. This will be the vents. So same thing, a prismarine brick on the end, 3 polished blackstone brick, prismarine in the middle, 3 polished blackstone brick, prismarine on the end. Come up behind the cab here with light blue concrete. And we're going to extend it coming back by 3 and then 2 bedrock. Then we move over to the other side and we do the same thing. So 2 bedrock and 3 light blue concrete here. And we can fill in this middle as well with light blue concrete. Behind that, 3 light blue concrete coming across and a daylight sensor in the middle to be the exhaust here. Now take out prismarine brick stairs, and we're going to put 3 coming across here and 3 coming across here like this. Then we can go ahead and fill in this middle 3 with light blue concrete here. And I'm going to switch it back to daytime real quick. Then we're going to take prismarine brick slabs, a row of 1. Then we open a fence gate each way for the horns right in the middle there, and we surround that with prismarine brick slabs. Come on back here, 2 back from the end, and make a plus shape with trap doors, and put a polished blackstone brick in the middle and a trap door in the middle. There's a low profile fan here. Then we make a plus shape in each of these squares with polished blackstone block. And then we put black carpet in the exposed areas in the corners of the squares. Then we switch to polished blackstone slabs and make the outside of the plus shape so it's raised, and iron trapdoors in the middle. These fans are higher than the back one. Come down in front of this door here, 2 blue concrete raised up to the door. And I didn't get it quite right, I messed up a couple times here, but we need to end up with 2 light blue shulker boxes and a blue concrete coming to the left like that. Come on the roof by the conductor side and crouch, light blue shulker boxes. We stack a column of 3 and another column of 3. Then we switch to prismarine brick stairs. 3 stairs coming up, then 2 stairs. Then light blue concrete coming up and fill in that top. Now I'm going to start knocking out so we can make our logo on the side. The G is going to be 4 high and 3 wide here, and I actually knocked out too many blocks, but we'll fix that in a second. Then a T shape gets knocked out. Now we can fill in our G with smooth quartz block and blue concrete where I knocked out that extra one. Then fill in the T and the logos on the side. This is the first time I've built this locomotive, and it's kind of cramped on the side there. In retrospect, I'd probably build it a few more blocks longer if I had to build it again. So now we have to build the logo on the other side of the locomotive here. So come around to the engineer side here. And starting back here, we'll knock out our G shape here. I always seem to knock out too many blocks. And then a T shape. So we'll fill this in with smooth quartz and a T. Then we'll make a G with our smooth quartz and fill in that block I knocked out that's extra. Now the logo's on this side. Now we're going to come on down on the roof with light blue carpet, and anywhere nothing's built, fill it in with light blue carpet, just to make the whole roof uniform here. So keep bringing it down, come across that middle, and then around this square as well. Then we'll come back here and we got to fill all this in with light blue carpet. That way you won't see the vents from the top. And actually, we're going to knock out a U shape around this exhaust here because it's a little bit raised. We'll put trapdoors there. Now we're going to do our railings, so take out a birch fence. On the side here, start at the bottom and come up by 3. Then over 1, up 1, over 1, and up 1. Same thing over here. Start at the bottom, come up 3, over 1, up 1, over 1, and up 1. On the other side of the stairs, we just bring a vertical column of 4. Same thing here, 4 coming up from the bottom. Then up here on the conductor side, attach it at the top there and come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we come underneath it and we need to bring it down by 3. And then we can start dragging that all the way to the back of the locomotive. When we get to the back here, we bring it down to the bottom of that blackstone. Then this is just like the front. Up 3, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1. Same thing here. Start from the bottom, come up 3, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1. Then 4 coming up on this side, and we start bringing that forward to connect to the front of the locomotive. When we get here, we come up 1, and then over 1, 2, and 3, up 1 again, and then over to connect to the cab. Now I'm going to go in and get out a piece of white stained glass paint, and I'm going to put that on the side of the window here on each side to be a rear view mirror. Now we're going to switch to gray carpet, and we're going to make a T-shape down on this front porch. Then we're going to come back here and we're going to have to crouch to get it on these shulker boxes. Fill this in with dark gray carpet. Then down here on this walkway, fill dark gray carpet in all the way down to the back of the locomotive here. When we get to the end, we'll just come around everywhere there's nothing built and fill it in with the dark gray carpet, and then continue bringing the carpet forward on this side. Once we get all the way forward with the carpet here, where those stairs are, we're going to have to crouch to place it on these shulker boxes. And then one more in front of the door there. Now we put a door in here, and then come around on the nose, put a door in that gap. Now we're going to switch, and we're going to take out an item frame and start doing some detailing here. So we're going to go ahead and take our item frame and we put one on each of these two fences here for ditch lights, glowstone on the item frames. Then to make this headlight look better, we'll put an item frame and another glowstone on it. Then we take out a birch sign to be our locomotive number. And this heritage unit is number 8952. And then another sign on the other side with the same locomotive number. So now the front's detailed, we're going to go over and do the back. So come around the back of the locomotive here. One block down on the side, we put our sign with our locomotive number. Same thing on the other side, one block down. Then we put two item frames with glowstone for rear headlights. And then item frames down on here with glowstone if you want rear ditch lights. Then in this corner we're going to knock out that block and we're going to replace it with gray wool. This will allow us to bring a ladder all the way up the left hand side here. Now I'm going to come up on the conductor side here, and this is kind of a your choice thing. You can have the gray carpet there, or we can knock it out and put a ladder here so people can get up on top of that. Now we got to make a banner. So get out a loom and come into it with a light blue banner in black dye. Make the top half black, switch to light blue dye, and put a border around it. This is just extra detail for the rear windows of the cab if you want it. So come up behind here, and you're going to have to knock out that piece of carpet in front there to put the window on. And then a window over here on this side as well. Now we take a crimson sign here and put it on this white square on the nose. There's like a little CN logo there. Same thing over here. A crimson sign on that. Now we're going to switch off and start building the interior. So come on down in the nose here and come through this door. In the corner, we put an end portal to be a toilet. Then, smooth sandstone slabs, and we're going to stack a column coming all the way up to the bottom of the window here. Same thing on this other side, leaving a gap in the middle. Then we turn to the side, and we're going to use our slabs to raise this up to the same level as the door here. And the same thing behind the door here. Turn around and raise up this side as well to that same level. Then we're going to use our slabs to make like a staircase going up here. And then I'm going to take out a door. And I'm going to put a door at the bottom of these stairs here. Then I'm going to make sure the stairs work, and they do. We can switch back to our slabs here now. I'm going to put a slab in between there. Then a slab on this side for the conductor's desk, an item frame with an end crystal for a computer screen, and a lever for the engineer. Turn around and put in stairs for your seats, and then in this gap, a sideways blast furnace and a sea lantern to light up the interior. Now the interior's lit up. Then you can see our trapdoors got opened up here, so I'm going to switch the other mode on this daylight sensor to close them. In retrospect, it might be better to replace that daylight sensor exhaust with a slab so that doesn't happen. Now I'm going to take out a light blue shulker box for a detail I just noticed. Next to this door, knock out these two and put in light blue shulker boxes. Now we're going to come to the back of the locomotive on this side, skip a block in front of this vent, knock out the bottom, and put a prismarine stair, and then we close a trapdoor above it to be the handbrake. So there you have it, folks. We've completed our SD70 M2 Grand Trunk Heritage Unit. And once again, thanks to Railfan Kyle for requesting this locomotive. I don't think it turned out too badly for our first attempt at building this, but definitely if I had to do it again, I would make it a few blocks longer than I did here, just so everything doesn't look quite so squished together from the side profile. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there.